Hi guys, welcome back to the Beautiful Black Witch channel. My name is Aericka and I read stars, tarot cards, and other intuitive messages. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the first 2 weeks of April and what we have in store astrologically. And then at the end, we're going to get into the tarot, of course. So Aries season have things heating up and taking off, and it's only going to get more intense once we get towards the end of the month because eclipse season is coming up and our favorite Mercury retrograde. So that's gonna be adding to the flames. And you know, the end of the month is also gonna be the end of a cycle, because that with eclipse season, which I'm gonna talk about in a couple weeks, is all about divine karmic justice coming in, you know. So this is when God and the universe come in and basically put things where they're supposed to be, because they've been giving us ample opportunity to get things in order. But now it's when they come in and they put things where it's supposed to be. So if you're on the right track, then you're going to be pushed forward, and if you're not, then you're going to be pushed towards that track, or that path. But again, we're going to talk about all that later. But on April 3rd, we have Mercury going into Taurus. So our mental energy is going to be slowing down and it's going to get more grounded so that we can really think things through and have a more clear mind, because Mercury was just in Aries. So we've been like thinking really fast and reacting and just getting things started. So it's like now with Mercury moving into Taurus, we're going to be, you know, it's going to be slowed down. We're going to be able to think more methodically and plan things out and just get our ideas grounded and put into action at a practical level, because Taurus is an earth sign, so they don't mind taking the long road. They prefer it actually, because they're looking towards long-term fulfillment, long-term outcome and abundance. So they would just put in all the work now and reap the benefits later. But in a couple weeks, like I was saying earlier, we have the retrograde coming up. So things are going to be slowed down even more. So it's really important to get things going now. If you have any important things that you are wanting to put action in, because during retrograde season, it's not going to be time to put action into new things. It's going to be time to look back at some things that we still need to work on and look through and think through and maybe talk through, because this is Mercury. So there's communication and the mind and thinking and processing. So we're going to be processing old things. So for the next couple of weeks, it's really important to get done any paperwork, any communication things that you need to get done. That's really important. Any collaboration or agreements or anything like that. It's just really good to get it all done now, because during the retrograde, it's going to put it all on pause, or it's going to be delayed, or something's not going to work out, and it can bring more problems than just either doing it now or waiting afterwards, maybe in May, mid-May, June, after the retrograde has cleared out. With Taurus also being a sign that talks about resources and our values, our comfort zones, and it's ruled by Venus, we can really be focused on relationships and commitments that's going to match those things. Since the North Node has been in Taurus for the last year, we've really been building on our values, our morals, our resources, basically making it a priority to get those things in line. So things have been shifting and changing when it comes to those things, and now it's a really good time to match up with people who share those same values or resources or morals as you, because then you guys can come together and it can be more fulfilling and abundant. Yeah, with Mercury going into Taurus, we're going to really be taking those things seriously and thinking about it more and taking action and doing all of that to get things organized for the rest of this year. Because with it still being in Aries season, we're still in the beginning of the new astrological year, so we're getting everything in order. So right now we've been, working on our own personal goals and stuff, and now we're getting closer to Taurus season. It's going to be time to start collabing with people. So that energy have already started kicking in, because they want us to start thinking about that now, take it into consideration now. A lot of us could possibly already know who we want to work with, or have an idea of who we want to work with on a personal level and on a business level, in all areas, who we want to work with, collab with, build with. Around April 6th, we have the Libra full moon, and it's going to be illuminating and bringing to light, again, relationships and commitments. And Libra is another sign that's ruled by Venus, just like Taurus. So that Venusian energy is really potent. So if you're already in committed relationships, whether that's in any aspect of your life, you can be either taking the connection to the next level, or you can be receiving confirmation that, okay, these are the people I'm supposed to be with, connected to, and you'll feel more settled and like you'll know for sure. And on the flip side, because Libra represents the scales, balancing and justice. So for any partnerships or relationships that have been imbalanced or unfair, there can be a balancing happening right now, whether that is you guys coming to a harmonious compromise, or you guys are separating and going separate ways. But either way, the scales are balancing. And since this has to do with Venus, which has to do with resources and beauty and the things that we tangibly own, if there's been partnerships where it's been imbalanced, things can be returned to its rightful owners. So people who have been taking or stealing or withholding certain things, people are now going to be getting their property back, I guess. Another thing, whatever's owed to you is going to be returned to you. And so for the relationships that are being resolved and coming back together, the connection can be more stronger, and you guys can create a closer bond after reconciliation, coming back together. There can be leveling up in certain relationships and connections, or there can just be a strong confirmation that, yeah, these are my people, or this is my person. And then on the 9th, we celebrate Easter. So for everybody out there who celebrates Easter, have a wonderful, happy Easter Sunday ahead of time, letting you guys know that. And then on April 11th, we have Venus going into Gemini. Venus is the star of the show right now for the next couple of weeks, for all of April, really. We're really gonna be feeling compassionate and wanting to be harmonious and loving and caring and tender, and just all the Venusian things, just wanting to compromise and be peaceful and just enjoy the good things of life, because it's spring, it's the new year. It's sunny in some places already, so it's just really good to enjoy the fruits of our labor. So yeah, with Venus going into Gemini, we're going to be wanting to communicate and connect with others on a more mental level. So we're going to want to talk about how we're feeling or how we're doing mentally, or just where we've been at internally. Maybe wanting to communicate how we feel about other people, just really letting people in to our inner world, and expressing that and communicating that. And we're just going to really be building deeper bonds through communicating in all relationships and all aspects of life. We're going to really be connecting with the people that we're going to be investing in or are investing in, or getting to know each other. So this can be maybe the dating phase for a lot of people. This can be maybe reconciliation and catching up on where everybody's been at and what we've, been going through, because again, winter has just ended. People have been in their little in their own little worlds, hermiting, healing, hopefully, or just doing their own thing. So it's like now Easter is happening around this time, so family and friends and everybody's going to be coming together. So we're really going to be talking about, what we've been up to, what we've been going through, and just really connecting on that level. And it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice, guys. And for the people who have been having trouble communicating or getting on the same page with certain things, this can just be a really good time to balance all of that out. And, either agree to disagree or just really coming up with a solution, getting things settled and in order. So yeah, let's get into these cards. So the first card that came out, we have the Four of Pentacles. And this talks about saving resources, just really trying to build for a better future, trying to hold on to what you've been working so hard on, being discerning how you share or spend your resources. This can be more than just money. This can be energy. This can be food, anything like that. Whatever resources that you have, that you own, you're just being very cautious and discerning on how you're using it. Because you're really trying to be secure and stable for the long term. So this can go with what I was saying about Mercury entering Taurus. We're really going to be thinking about the people we want to invest in, or even reaching out to those people, because it's like we're not just willingly giving out our resources anymore. We're becoming more aware of who deserves it, or who we think we want to share it with, and not just letting anyone come in and think that they can, get something out of us, because a lot of us have been misused before or misled before. And definitely with the devil here at the bottom of the deck, we've been in situations where people have tried to take advantage of us or have taken advantage of us. And, it's put us in situations where we felt tied up and stuck, because it's like we've invested so much into this thing where we feel like, wow, we can't just abandon it now or cut it off now or let it go now, because it's like I've put so much into this. But I can see we've cut those things off with the Death card. We've ended those situations. And if you've been listening to any of my other videos or messages, we've really been working on healing ourselves from past relationships, past situations that just was not good for us, and walking away and leaving those things behind. So it's like we're really cautious and aware of who we're collabing with and mixing with now, because we don't want to be taken advantage of again. We don't want to experience those things again, because it was not good. So we're feeling really balanced in ourselves, really healed. We know what we want. We feel really connected to our inner world, where it's like our heart, everything is in alignment. So we know exactly what we want to do, what we want to invest in, where we want to expand. And again, work with people with, because as you can see, this person is holding 2 cups. It's an angel. And this can also talk about the eclipse season coming up, because that is a time where divine, God, universe comes in and put things where they belong. Like I was saying earlier, balancing things out, giving resources back to the rightful owners, and yeah, just balance. And that also refers back to the Libra full moon. Now we're gonna have just so much balance. Things are just gonna be righted, if that's the right word to use. Because we're going to be receiving recognition for a good job well done, for doing the work that we needed to do, overcoming the obstacles and challenges that we've healed from, that we've worked through. And yeah, just so much success and victory after a long road of delays, complication, stagnancy, karmic debt. Like, I don't know if people are aware, but a lot of us have lived multiple lifetimes and we've accumulated karmic debt. So if we were in relationships in past lives where it wasn't right and it was probably toxic or unhealthy in some way, and then we died and we never fixed it, then we're going to be born again and have to connect with that soul, that person again, to figure it out, to finally come to some type of agreement, whether we're going to work it out or not. So with these really hard relationships or connections that we've been a part of, they're stemming from past lives. And we're finally getting our justice here during this time, you know, where balance is being restored. So let's get some extra cards out and see if there's anything else they want us to know. And that's a lot. But I did see the King of Pentacles, and he talks about stability. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so we're not going to be tolerating that kind of energy anymore of people just running in and out of our lives and just being, or us being all over the place, you know? This can even be within us, like not knowing what we want and not being sure and grounded within ourselves to know, like, you know, I'm not going to be tolerating this. I know my boundaries. I know what I want. And like, you know, so we're even becoming more grounded within ourselves. So we know what our values and morals are. So we're going to be looking for people who are matching with people who have those same qualities or same value systems. And we're not going to be, again, tolerating people who just, or tolerating things that just want to run in and out of our lives constantly. It's like putting an end to that. The horse is upside down. He ain't going nowhere. And again, balance with the Justice card. This is Libra saying no more. Let's either work together or go about our business. And honestly, those are the only two options you really have, because the past is no more. Everything that was not right, again, it's being balanced out. It's being filtered out. The waves, like I'm picturing like waves crashing, and then all of a sudden it's just like smooth and like just little ripples, you know? So all of that challenging and stormy energy that was in our lives is like getting settled out again. I know I get on here and I repeat myself over and over and over, but this is just the energy that I see. And this is like emotionally, internally, like so within, so without. So now how we feel on the inside, and if we've been doing the work and we're feeling more grounded and secure within ourselves and what we want and what we believe in, it's like we're gonna be seeing that mirrored on the outside of us and reciprocated on the outside of us, where we don't end up in this energy again, where we're just over it and we don't want to even try, you know, where we're feeling blocked emotionally. Because when you have your arms crossed over your chest like this, that's some form of defense, you know, or protection. And, you know, we don't want to have to protect our hearts anymore with the people that we're investing in, you know, putting time and energy and just all the resources into. Like, we're over that. And I see 2 6s here. And 6 talks about balance, harmony, peace, equal give and take. Yeah. And we're really going to be receiving justice for all the heartbreak, the betrayal, the disappointments, all of it. We're going to be getting all of that back, reimbursed back to us. And because we finally let go of the burdens. So now that we let that go, we freed our arms. It's given space to the universe to fill it with something new, because we're no longer carrying all of this stuff from the past. And we've freed up space and energy for something new. And that's all. That is the secret to manifesting the life you want. You gotta let go of the things that don't serve you, that don't reciprocate what you truly want. So if you truly want peace and love, you gotta make sure that those things that you're investing your time and energy in is giving you that in return, and is showing you that. Because if it's not showing you love and peace or whatever you're looking for, then that's kind of going against what you're saying. You know, it's going in the opposite direction. But that's another conversation for another time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because a witch is nothing without her coven. I know I don't be saying that in every video, but when I do remember to say it, I do like it. So yeah, I hope this message have reached you well. Take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.